sniping at you, I just can't see him.
I know he is. He's fucking hit me a couple times. I have no shields. The gas mask over. Can they see my tack laser from that far away?
Yeah. They gotta push past us. So.
You got some shields?
Yeah. He's right here, he's right. And the other one's right here.
There's one in the building as well.
Yeah, there's also one right here.
He's got ghost.
We're trying to come up first.
Damn, I almost killed him, sir.
Yup, not gonna see him no more.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, there he is. Night.
My left.
Somebody else sniping at me on top of the building, sir. On top of the building, green building.
Yeah, they're looking at me. They're looking at me. I'm running in the street. Here comes a storm.
Yeah, we lose.
Behind you, sir, right!
Behind me. I'm dead. I killed 3 of them.
Fuck, I was putting on place already. It's my bad.
It's all good. Run through my loot. I might have some money.
Definitely coming to run for you.
Fucking cocksucker.
Damn, I ain't gonna make it. Ah, some bullshit. Grab them shields, though.
Oh, good. I got an ammo back.
Alright. Hey, Loki, I got an armor box too on the shield thing. My brain's just not all the way on it, right? I'm gonna throw my armor box over here, Wilson. I know you're gonna be able to get to it, but.
Yeah, it's all good.
I actually could throw in the middle right here. I'm throwing the street right here.
Let's shoot that shit. Let's not go that way. Already, it's right here.
They're definitely up on this roof.
Yeah.
You got your rockets here?
Sure.
You about to take off right now. Night.
One jump out.
Got a trophy system on that thing?
And he used his flares on it too.
Right.
That's pretty weird.
Well,
They bought back here. There's also one in here. I just seen him.
I'm right behind you. I seen him downstairs on the left. He self-revived?
Did he?
Yeah.
Bag on here.
This fucking Zen thing is amazing. So like even as a future, like I got a script right now. Like all I gotta do is aim and shoot, and it'll do the strafe thing by itself. Like go back and forth. And fucking, it's stupid.
It just grabs motherfuckers.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I didn't want to run.
If I see you finish your day.
Box right. I see shields on too. Somebody just got bought back right here too. It's right there,
I
look.
see him on the wall.
I also been using it on 2K.
Well, how does that work? For dribbling?
I shoot all game.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it, Charles, you got me killed trying to buy you back.
Take his guns. He goes to buy me.
Buy him, give me a couple dollars and buy you. Or give me your money.
What you buy me a loadout.
Anybody need any plates?
I'll probably need some plates.
There was a satchel right there, Cyrex.
Where? Alright.
You gotta hurry up, but if you can get it, you get it. There was a guy in here, he was on heartbeat. I don't know where he went. Oh, there he is. He's...
They could be in some trouble. I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. That means your offense has to keep pace.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Taken down. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Keelan Cole, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Turns this to the 22.
Still on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So you decided to keep your hair. You ain't cutting in it. Oh.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. You've got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? Nice sizable gain.
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
In 2nd and at the
last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap for Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Intercepted. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Pittsburgh. They get this out left. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Touchdown. Keelan Cole with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. The kick is and it's up and good.
Score, Steelers 14. Jaguars nothing. Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
39-yard line.
A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Darnold from the gun. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the handoff, Connor. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A good carry and a 1st down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018, he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard
I can see the whole field on this TV.
With about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Garoppolo looking for Ayuk, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to sling this. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tavon Austin on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start.
You know what I thought about?
They've got to find a way to get on their toes.
You know, my job never said.
To use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On play action, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete to
23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. It's Hill, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Complete to
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Now we're first and 10 at the 11. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A gain of
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 6-yard line.
Flushed out right. And now Garoppolo lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's third and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will swell the lead to 16. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. From the 28, it's second and 5.
At the 28-yard line.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Darnold on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Second down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
Sets
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
intercepted.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Going deep for Hopkins. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
57, Mike 57. Push him back. Push him back.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Got a man, it's Mims. The 30, past the 20, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Giorgio Tavecchio for the extra.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Tavecchio set to kick off.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Lavonte David. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra cheap.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Auden Tate, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Steelers 37, Jaguars 14. Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roll.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the 47-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Ordinarily, 3rd down is a passing down, but how about that explosive run right there? And when you get a run like that, that means everything came together. Offensive linemen, they didn't just get to the first guys. They got to the 2nd level to help downfield. And I've always said, any run over 7 yards means the wide receivers have done an excellent job blocking downfield.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
12-yard line.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
For the 2-point to
Darnold. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now.
37. Jaguars 22.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
That it?
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's tackled.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Balaj. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
First down.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Balaj, the ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. And they'll go right back to Evans. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
It's now 4th down.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
54. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Hey, one set. Check, Mike, 54.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you, boy. I got lady.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville.
22.
It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. On 1st down, it's Gurley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brought down at the 20.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold, he's going to dump it off to Gurley. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. This will be caught just inside the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Darnold now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trey Burton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score.
37. Jaguars 29.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll begin on the ground with Evans. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80!
They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Buchanan.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is by Beamer Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Ball carrier.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 53 the mic. 50, keep going up.
Darnold from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Brandon Ayuk, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Check 53's mark. Check 53's mark.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
At their own 40.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo going deep for Hopkins. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
First down.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looking to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
53 for Mike, 53, check 53. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Back to throw. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now Darnold. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
53 for Mike. Ready? 53 for Mike.
Now it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
3rd down and 9.
And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 53 for Mike, 53, check 53. It's going to be
Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Darnold. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Trey Burton. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo tossing quickly out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had...
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power. Hey, look at my dogs. It was way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat grits. How did the lady go miss? How she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we did it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I? Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People, so I ask. Can I?
They picking snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues sinner. Eat blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Whoa. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed.